Hey fam, I'm gonna get you moving today. I know these are tough times and I am having a hard time sometimes just making things happen. Maybe you can relate to that. But before we start with this cardio blast class, I'm gonna let you know I'm breaking it into 3 sections. I do recommend shoes, that you wear shoes for this because we will be holding weights. Let's talk about the weights. You may or may not have weights at home, like handheld dumbbells. That's okay. They are not necessary. You can, just like in Edwin's video he just posted, use cans of beans in a sock and be creative. You can also use no weights at all. So always remember that that is an option. You can also do all these exercises seated and adapt them as you see fit. This will be blasts of cardio that get your heart pumping, combined with strength exercises with some good stretching in there as well. But most of the class is about cardio, increases in your heart rate, combined with strength kind of during the rest periods, if you will. And I'm going to break it up into 3 sections. Like I said, I will be playing a little music in the background, but I encourage you to find your own grooves that you like to move to. They may or may not match up timing wise, but that's okay. So the music I'm playing is just for me. You may or may not even hear it in the background. And last but not least, water. I encourage you to have water to drink nearby, and I'll try to take sips every now and then to remind you to hydrate as you exercise. There may be a dog or two that wanders through the video, so thank you for your understanding on that. All right, so we're going to get started. No weights at all. See, there's Lonnie. She's the star. All right, so standing with your feet in a wide stance. I'm going to just adjust the angle. We're going to start with some shoulder rolls. And engage your core, and a little bit bigger with the elbows, a little bend of the knees, and larger circles with the arms. Always adapt to your shoulders, your range of motion. And then alternating one arm and then the other. I'll try not to trip on Lonnie. Good, a little bit of a side to side. And then a little bit smaller. And smaller. Good, now just shoulder rolls to the front. Little bigger. And elbows. And whole arm. Lonnie really wants to dance with me today, I guess. Good girl, Lon. Good, I reach to the front. We're just warming up. We're going to take that same reach across to overhead. I'm just tapping my toes. I know my feet aren't really showing in this video. I'll try to fix that later. I want to stay close to the microphone so you can maybe hear my cues. Good. Now hands to your hips. And we're going to do a little hamstring kick back. I'm going to try not to kick Lonnie. Lon, say hi to the folks at home. And then knees up. We might have Bella show up here in this video too. I hope you can see me. I know I'm wearing black, probably not the best choice. We're going to add a little bit of a crunch. Both arms up to the sky. If reaching the arms overhead doesn't feel good to you, you can take them forward. Make it work for your body. Remember that core. You're just getting the heart rate up a little bit. So if you're doing this exercise with someone else at home, you should be able to have a conversation with them. It might be a little challenging to talk, but you should be able to talk. That's the heart rate we're going for. There's Bella. She had to make her own appearance. Couple more. Warming up. The next thing we're going to do is jumping jacks, and I'll show you some modifications if you don't want to do the full jump. 5, 6, 7, 8. So either full jumping jacks or one leg to the side. You can do 2 in each direction. So your heart rate should be coming up. Again, not super high. Modify the way you need to. I'm going to go to the full. Stick with the half as you see fit. We're going to go side to side. Try not to trip on Bella. Almost done with our little warm-up. Remember, halfway or full. Good. And shake it out. I don't know about you, but I warmed up a little bit. So, sip of water. Get your weights. If you're using them, remember you don't have to use weights. Sometimes it's really refreshing just to do all of these exercises without any weight at all. So I'm going to start with some of my heavier ones because we're going into bicep curls first. So wide stance, elbows in, core engaged, micro bend to the knees. So we're going to go up on count 1 and down for 2, 3, 4. Good. So this is one of the strength sections. And we'll switch to a cardio section after this little bit of an upper body. Couple more. I really miss practicing with you guys in person. This is not as much fun, but I'm grateful to connect with you at some level. We'll be back together soon. 4, 3, 2. Now really hold on to your weights so you don't throw them at your TV screen. We're going to punch to the front. If you have a sensitive lower back, I talked about this in my yoga class that I posted the other day. Remember, belly button to spine. Actively draw it in. It will protect your back. If it still is not feeling good, you don't have to take this into so much of a twist. You can take it to the front. Okay, to protect your back. Twist only if it feels good to you. Three, 2, 1. Upright rows. So you can take these classes, not just mine, Edwin's, Alex's, I think Ruth's, Kelly's, maybe Claudia's, whoever's uploading. I just want to thank you because I'll be taking your classes too. And for those of you, clients, students, mix and match. Maybe try a new mode of movement you haven't done before. Maybe you're too shy to come try one in a live class. So now you can know a little bit more. What happens in cardio blast? What happens in aerobic fusion? And so please don't hesitate to post a comment or 2. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoulder again. Just alternating one shoulder roll and then the other. Good. We're going to take that weight to the front, just like we did before. And we're going to take the angle a little higher. Stress relief. Take it down. And a little bit lower. Good. I'm going to set the weights down, get a sip of water. I'm going to do a little lower body. With or without weights. I'll do it without weights for this one. I'm going to move away from the microphone. I hope it works. Coming into a lunge. Little pulses. And then we're going to have a little bit more range of motion. So it's up and lower. Four, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Little pulses. There we go. Checking that front knee is directly over the ankle. You're balanced on that back set of toes. I know you probably can't see mine. I'll try to adjust for the next video. Bigger range of motion. So you might be feeling a stretch in your hip flexor. If you're seated in a chair, it's one of my favorite ways to do lunges actually. You can bend the back knee while you're staying seated in a lunge in a chair. And a couple more. And we're going to pivot around into a wide stance, wide second position, sumo squat. Hands to the heart, press your hands together, little pulses. Bring your hands to your hip creases, stay low. You're going to lift up one foot. In fact, you know what? I'm going to adjust this so you can see my feet. This is important. You're going to lift one foot up and then the other, up under the ball of the foot. Should be feeling the work in your quads primarily. Nice tall vertical spine. Breathing. Remember stress relief. Both heels up. Hold. Little pulses with the heels up. You should be burning. If you're not, maybe a little lower. 5, 6, 7, 8. Heels down. May be hard to see that my heels are up on this carpet. We're going to take little pelvis tips or tilts. And then side to side. And then circle, and we're going to come on up. I'm going to turn my toes into parallel and switch the direction of the circle. Nice. And relax. All right, light set of weights if you're using them. And I'm going to take these moves a little smaller range of motion so I stay in the camera. So hold on to those weights so they don't fly out of your hands. We're going to do what's called a chasse rock step. Don't worry about the terminology if you don't want to think about dance terms, but this is all it is. It's a step together step and a rock step. It's called a chasse because those of you who take French or know French, it means to chase. And your feet are chasing each other. Step together step. Yes. Keep it going. Just getting a little cardio blast in. If you have a step at home or something you can step onto, you're welcome to use that. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the hips. I'm just going to take that hamstring kickback that I couldn't do very well before because of the dogs being behind me. So you're kicking your foot towards your glutes. Couple more. Good. Hold your wide second. We're going to go single, single, double with your punches. You want to switch to a heavier weight or lesser weight? Go for it. I'm sticking with a light one right now. Take out any frustrations. Couple more. Last one. Good. Relax. Get a sip of water. This class is typically done 100% standing or seated, as I mentioned before. I don't usually go to the floor in a cardio blast class. It's all upright work. So keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and come back to that wide second position. I'm just going to take a little stretch before we go into the next cardio section. One shoulder rolls in, back to center. Just checking in with the body, core is engaged still. Coming back to center, interlace your fingers in the front, press the palms forward, and then rise the arms on overhead. We'll do that a couple times. Down, stretching through the shoulders, and rise on it. Stand up. Next time down, we're going to hold it at the bottom. One arm across. And open. Second arm across, take that shoulder stretch. And open. Both the arms down. We're not done, but I'm going to go ahead and discontinue this video. And hopefully it'll save as 1A, and we can go on to 1B. See you soon.